Hey y'all, ex-art student here. Today I'm doing some wood burning. I found this Coffin container, I think at Michael's, if not Hobby Lobby, and I loved it, but I never knew what to put on it. And eventually I decided I wanted a cool, creepy moon, and the other side would be a dead bird. So here's the process of me doing that. As you can see on the moon, I messed up a few times. I'm not very good at doing curves yet with this particular tip and with wood burning, but I tried, and I kind of made it a little bit more messy or sketchy looking, so hopefully it gives off the style as if it's sketchy. I'm creating a dark background with these lines going up and down, kind of going around the moon, to create just an interesting look to it. And you can see each line, so I think it's important that each stroke that you put on is purposeful. Here's where I add in those little lines to make the mess-ups kind of look intentional and keep that sketchy look to the piece. Here I'm burning the edges so then the border kind of looks more complete. As I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I wanted a dead bird on the back, and what better bird than a raven? To me, ravens always have to do with coffins and graveyards and creepy things, or some kind of, I don't know, spiritual guide, and I really wanted to make a beautiful dead one on the back. I kind of wish it was on the front, but it is what it is, and I didn't really want to redraw it because I did really like the composition of this one. What I really enjoyed about this piece was all the feather details. I have never really gone into detail with birds before, and it was really cool creating each feather, each individual, I don't know, line that makes up a feather, and it really made the piece come together in the end. This was such a calming process to make all of these little lines, and I feel like it really gave the piece more depth. With each row of feathers, I'll do one direction for the diagonal and then switch it up on the other side, so then it creates this really cool triangular, almost arrow shape up. At some point I did actually mess up, I think right here actually, and I didn't do it the right way. With the longer feathers, I really wanted a long line following the shape of that feather piece, that little rectangle bit. I don't know if it's completely effective, but I did try making it darker to create a little bit of contrast. Since the beak was the darkest part of the raven, and it also was a different texture, I really wanted to go in, press harder, and leave it on for a longer amount of time on the wood so it would burn it darker. Here I'm going in with tiny little lines and adding that texture to the top of the head. It didn't really have the same type of lines that the feathers did, but it did have this smaller texture, so I think this achieved the look a lot better. The next thing I needed to think about was the inside of the coffin. I decided to go with this purple and magenta as the inside, mixed it together, and then gray on all of the raised edges. I let the piece dry and I realized how much I didn't stay on the lines on the inside, so I decided to paint the outside. I really didn't have any other ideas for wood burning, and the backs of the coffin shape, it like cuts off with that angle that you could see right here, and I figured if I just made it all this dark gray, it would look a lot better and kind of hide that it's not a consistent curvy top to that coffin. Since the wood burning and painting are done, it's time to look at those close-up shots. And that's my little coffin. I hope you guys enjoyed. It was really fun to make, and I can't wait to do more wood burning in the future. If you enjoyed, please check out my things, check out my shop, and leave a comment or like, and I can't wait to see you next week. Thanks, bye!